It was like I don't know whether you ever heard it, but I think it was Talk Sports. So somebody rang up about a goalkeeper, and it was a Scottish guy, and he said, the goalkeeper situation's rubbish, and he said we need so and so, and I can't remember what goalkeeper it was, and the guy on the radio presenter went, he's Finnish, and he went, he's not finished. He's only 26. He went, no. He's Finnish. Oh, is he? I may have just done that same thing. Who knows? Welcome to Buckets and Bubbles.
Hello.
How are we doing?
I'm all right. I'm surprisingly all right, given the result. But, yeah, it's all good.
What do you mean? I mean, it wasn't. Well, we'll get onto that in a minute. It wasn't a terrible result.
No. I mean, the result's fine. The manner,
yeah.
I think, is the annoying bit. But
no, that's fair enough. Before we kick off, though, because it'll only be a quick one tonight. Well, because we've only got one game to talk about.
Yeah.
Why is it called Buckets and Bubbles?
Bubble sort is rising to the top. And bucket sort is sorting into bins. I think we're going back to this fucking algorithm bullshit.
Bubbles sort is rising to the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
And bucket sort is being sorted into bins. It's not trying, is it? The AI overlords aren't funding it.
No, they're not. Although, to be fair, well, let's not complain too much about the AI overlords because they've done us a solid.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute. The sorting into rubbish bins or sorting into bins. I think that's about right. It's about right. Isn't it?
Yeah. Which bin are you going in? Championship bin? League One bin? Get in the fucking bin.
But not sacking your manager bin. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not like Spurs.
I know. Gone, Annie. Fucking hell.
God, I mean, it's no surprise, is it?
I mean, it depends who they get. I mean, if it's, I mean, obviously they've looked at Man United and gone, hey, they're doing all right, aren't they? Hey, but yeah, Michael Carrick is a particular, that's a good one. That I don't think Spurs have got that in their locker. My mate who's a Spurs fan, Deji Spurs, who I went on his, Well, I'm working with him at the moment, and he was absolutely gutted this morning. He's a bit happier this afternoon, and he started writing songs about Thomas Frank. But anyway, there's a good rhyme for that, isn't there?
But, well, there is, yes.
Yeah, like Sherman Tank.
Yeah.
That's about it, really.
Going bank.
Yeah, bank.
He was actually saying that he wished they'd have gone earlier and got Carrick because he thinks that Carrick would have gone there. And he probably would. He's probably right.
I mean, would they have gone and got him though? Because he'd been sacked at Middlesbrough and he's sat there twiddling his thumbs for 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, would he made a list?
Chelsea went for Leonard Rossiter, and seeing him moaning last night about the handball. He wasn't moaning when his players were diving around and getting cheap free kicks and yellow cards when they weren't even touched. He weren't moaning about that, but just constantly moaning.
Yeah,
it was nice to see. I'm here for it. Anyway, Spurs. We can talk about them another time. I'm sure they'll get a manager in, and we'll see. But 3 managers, 4 managers can't be wrong. They're no different now. Although I think if Forest win tonight, I think Forest go above them. So I think Spurs will be down in 17th.
Yeah,
I think.
So that they are then who. I mean, we are chasing Spurs and Forest. I think they're the 2 teams.
Well, you're chasing us as well, and it depends on Palace as well tonight. I think if Palace get beat, then they're back. I think it's exciting. It's exciting. Anyway, let's do a bit of social media because you'll be pleased to know, Mike, that your YTS is back.
Oh, good. He's had his little holiday up north and he's come back.
Well, I'm saying he's had his holiday up north. It might be moonlighting. I don't know because you've got a nice picture of a pair of shorts. You've got your Jared Bowen captain. You've got a shirt that's just Merville. Who's Merville? Oh, it's Somerville.
Yeah. I wasn't even thinking, who are the chuffs that? I'm like, it's not even an academy player.
No,
Merville.
But they've just got the Merville, which sort of sounds like a kind of Wild West character.
Yeah.
Merville
anyway,
Springs. Yeah, correct. Yeah, it sounds like a place in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So yeah, so your YTS is back, which is exciting. Yeah. Also, this was posted about Souček, top Czech goal scorer,
The highest scoring Czech player in the Premier League of all
39
time.
goals. Yeah, fair enough, because he bagged one last night.
Do you know, really interesting? They were they've obviously been waiting for this moment, and they've had the file sat there waiting to publish with the the latest goal tagged onto it. But like, you look at his goals, and you kind of, there's that idea of Souček, he's just somebody who nods him in from back post or whatever. The amount of goals he scored with his feet that look tasty, that look like proper, well done kind of shots. When you watch the back to back of it all, and you're like, he gets a bad rap, and I don't think he deserves it all the time. I think he's better than everybody thinks.
I agree. I think before we bought Stach, we were linked heavily with Souček.
Yeah, I think about that point, I think we'd have sold him as well.
Yeah, we were linked quite, and I wouldn't have been overly excited, but I wouldn't have been, a bit like Longstaff. I wouldn't have been going, oh, that's a terrible signing. I think he's a decent player.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you didn't do anything. You were quiet last night, Mike.
I was a bit nervous, to be fair. I didn't really want to, like, after Leonard Rossiter against Chelsea, I was a bit like, I'm just going to shut the fuck up. And for 96 minutes, it was the right decision.
It certainly was. However, you mentioned Leonard Rossiter, and AI have come up with this little beauty. It's superb, Mike. That's all I can say. It is superb. I'd love to know what it says on the tactics board behind him.
Yeah, I can't make it out.
But the fact he's sat there in his black top with his Lego footballers in front of him, it's genius.
Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed, I think, with the Lego goal set. But when I zoomed in, I was like, oh no, they're minifigs. Yeah, fine. Happy with that. Logos correct and everything. Brilliant.
I'm just wondering if every member of the team, the squad, has individually had to build those bits.
Oh, their own minifigs.
Yeah.
Do you know, if you go at Lego store, though, I think you can build 3 for £6. Like, can you imagine all Chelsea players marching in and rifling through tubs trying to find right hair?
I hope that's what they've done.
That's amazing.
I hope that's what you've done.
It tracks it as well.
Although Arteta won't have a problem, would he? It's just standard Lego man hair for Arteta.
Yeah, just Lego head. Declan Rice is the same, Lego head.
Correct. They're not usually this clever. So they've got the hammers coming out of his head like devil's horns.
Like a devil, yeah.
Oh, it's clever stuff.
It's multi-layered.
Oh, it's brilliant, Mike. Yeah. It's brilliant. I love it. Anyway, there you go. That's that. YTS also put an appearance in for us. We had sort of various bits and pieces. There was the white scoreboard at Stamford Bridge with Chelsea and Leeds on it. There was some arty pictures, drone shots of although I don't think that's the YTS. Unless he's got a drone. Listen, he might have got a few quid because of his signing on fee for Leeds and got himself a drone.
Might have been got a couple of Amazon vouchers for Christmas.
may well have done. Yeah. The teams may have chipped in and said, listen, it's only YTS. Like when they used to clean the boots and they'd give him like a 50 quid note as a tip back in the day. Maybe it's that kind of vibe. Okafor roaring like a lion. Steam coming out of his mouth. Can't argue with that.
No.
Yeah. You talked about your club doing Souček and his goals. Ours, obviously, after the last couple of games, did Dominic Calvert-Lewin, his 10 Leeds goals, 10 and counting. All those goals there.
Oh, that feels like it's there's possibly a jinx in that, isn't it? It's always those kind of like I remember like I had nothing to do with it. The West Ham social media team did Pellegrini at the wheel about 2 games before he got sacked, and you're just like, don't be 10 and counting feels a little bit like Calvert-Lewin at the wheel. Like, is he going to break his leg next week?
Oh, don't say that. I mean, he was injured. Not injured. He was ill. They were very specific to say he was ill, not injured, because we're absolutely fooked if he is. Ours was Okafor, Bogle and Gruev sort of outside Stamford Bridge looking inwards. So that's quite nice. Rain coming down. I liked that. And then, of course, I've got to put this one up. End of our match. Full time. Desmond.
Yeah.
Desmond.
Desmond.
We love it.
That's what I'm naming this episode. Finally,
The
a
Desmond.
Desmond.
Finally, a Desmond.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, that's social media. Do you want to talk about your game first, or?
Yeah, I will do. Hermansen keeps his spot. I was a little bit apprehensive about this team selection because there was suggestion of various injuries, and we were a bit like, who's injured? Is it Bowen? Is it going to be Fernandez? It was. And we were looking back at the Rush Green training videos and spotting players and thinking, oh, is this from last week? And they're just trying to, they're just throwing in bits from all of it season to see, throw people off the scent. And I think it was just Pablo, really. I think he's the only one. I think Ariola's been kept out purely on form, just Hermansen keeping that clean sheet.
It's tricky to take your goalkeeper or defence, unless there's injuries. If you've had a clean sheet and a decent performance, it's difficult. You know.
Yeah, and he's I was a bit shaky on his performance against Burnley, but I gave him the you've kept a clean sheet, and at the moments when it mattered, he obviously did something, but it just felt like he didn't necessarily have much to do. So therefore, he looked more in control. And I spoke in the last one about perhaps that's my my bias because I don't rate him very much. Power to him, Hermansen. He's had his dip. He's had a shocker at the start of this season, and with Leicester, I don't think he painted himself very well there in terms of like the amount of goals. I think they're letting the most goals of a relegated team or something. Disassi, is that how you say his name? Who we've got on loan from Chelsea. Absolute monster. He's like, somebody described him on one of other West Ham channels today as peak Zuma, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Which is, Zuma, when we had him for a season where he was still peak Zuma, and then his legs stopped working. So yeah, Diouf, Wan-Bissaka just absolutely, he's a different level of player when he plays Man United. Like, there's a real fuck you attitude when he's played Man United with us.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. And you could see it. He absolutely ran his ass off and went for every single ball he could. Really, really brilliant performance from him. Fernandez, Souček obviously got his goal. Fernandez played a little bit further up, I think, taking more of that Pablo role. Potts coming back in, which was great for a start. Somerville and Bowen. Somerville again just proving that he's again just another 10%. He was great against Burnley. He was great against everybody we've been winning recently. He's been absolutely on form these past 5-6 games, and he's just knocked it up another level. I was really worried about this game because Man United are coming into this with a real good form, massively Fergie attacking. That idea.
Well, your man nearly had to cut all his hair off.
Yeah. What a dick. Do you know what's brilliant? Pablo Fornals, he's posted a video today basically taking piss out of him, going, you can't cut your hair yet because West Ham are too big. West Ham are massive. And that's like, he's not played for us for about 3 seasons, and he's on socials giving it that.
Love
and
it.
I'm like, love it. He will always be welcome at West Ham, that man. First half were a bit, tentative, I think, from both. And it were really nervy. There were a couple of points where, especially that shot from the corner that Wan-Bissaka cleared off the line was a real nervy moment. And I thought, oh, God, here we go. But we just battled it. We absolutely battled it and absorbed everything they came at us. And there were a couple of flourishes up top. And I think it was different because I don't think we were playing a 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1. We were playing more of a 4-3-3. That seemed to really work. We seemed to be able to neutralise a lot of their attack. Not everything. I think they did have a lot of success. That shot from Bruno where he just tipped it over the bar, that was some brilliant piece of goalkeeping. And I've done this a couple of times when I've looked at a player and gone, they're dog shit. And by the end, towards the end of the season, I'm a bit like, I really like that player. Kilman will never happen. It'll never happen.
What I will say is, obviously I was watching Chelsea Leeds, but because you kicked off half an hour after us, I think, I switched over. And I didn't think they were troubling you. I hadn't seen the highlights, obviously, at that point. But I didn't think that they were troubling you completely, really.
I think it was just a case of what their successes came because their quality of player is above, they're 11. We've got some players who are probably equal, but our 11 aren't the same as theirs. It was a magnificent second half. I think we just kept growing and growing into the game. Annoyance at the Fergie time goal. I think that's my stinker, is that 7 minutes, because there's no way that 7 minutes represented any significant stoppage in the game. There was one VAR check, which took about 4 seconds. No major injuries, no major substitutions to kind of, 7 minutes were pulled out of that referee's ass, right next to his Man United tattoo.
I think we had 6 or 7 minutes added on. But of course, there were 2 goals. There were, 6, 7 substitutes. And so you can understand the 6 or 7 minutes.
Magassa, when he came on, stunning player. I'm gutted that he's in this 4-4-1-1. He's lost his place because Pablo's in it. Because Magassa's such a brilliant player. I hope we find somewhere for him. Traore is the only one I've got a slight grumble with. Because
go on, why?
I just feel like he was playing for himself, a little bit like Wilson. Whereas I feel like
was it baby oiled up or?
No baby oil this week.
Baby oil.
He was wearing long sleeves, I think, last week, which is why there were no baby oil.
Oh.
He had like the tuber grip bandages on.
Oh.
I don't think they were bandages. They were proper, like, but it just reminded me of them tubes because they don't have. Like I saw. Did you see? What match was it? Somebody had to reapply a shin pad. And it showed you a close up of him applying shin pad. I forget what game it was, and it was like half the size of this coaster.
Oh no, they're tiny.
They're tiny, and it's just literally there, just so they can like go, yeah, I'm wearing a shin pad. Where does Callum Wilson look dangerous? And you could see that he's playing for his pay packet. Traore, I'm yet to really see something. Like, he's somebody who I would expected to have come in, hit the ground running, because he's worked under Nuno, he knows the system, and he just doesn't quite seem to fit. And he's maybe next game he's found his feet. I don't know. But he just felt a little bit like he's using his size, he's using his strength, but it doesn't seem to be of benefit.
I mean, their goal. I mean, I'm stuck between an absolutely amazing finish and you lucky bastard.
Yeah, I think it is that. It's 50-50 because I don't even think that cross is any good because it's just going to bounce 10 yards in front of goal and go into keeper's hands. That's not going to trouble him. It is what it is.
And it is gutting because it was so close. I'm looking at at half time, 2-0 down away at Chelsea. I'm looking, you're 1-0 up. I'm just thinking, oh shit.
Yeah.
That 6 points has just turned into 4 points, and that can quickly, but just how quickly it changes. And of course, Burnley and Crystal Palace have just kicked off, so that's a massive game as well down there. Come on, Burnley.
Yeah, come on, Burnley. I mean, drag Palace with you, and then everybody's happy, even Spuds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm all for.
Have you got a stinker for the game, or?
Yeah, Fergie time. That's my stinker. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. So our game. I won't be too long with this. We were awful in the first half. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, done. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was ill, and so he started Nemetcha, who hasn't played for a while, up front. And I thought he did okay. He just the ball doesn't stick, and we had a period where for most of the first half where it was just coming. It was coming and coming and coming. The ball was just coming back to us. In midfield, we had Gruev, Ampadu, and
Justin.
Well, actually, I think it was Bogle. So Bogle played a little bit more in midfield ahead of Justin, but they did swap a little bit. It just didn't work. I mean, they were picking balls up in midfield and the ball through to Cole Palmer, and it was just a straight ball straight through the middle, and he was in space every time. It happened 5 or 6 times. And
he's ridiculous, isn't he?
Nothing came of it, but then it did. It went. We were warned, it went through, and he put a nice ball through to whatever Gel Padro, whatever his name is, and he stuck the ball away, and it had been coming, and then they scored another one, which was a penalty. I don't know if you've seen it, Mike.
No, I've not seen it because I wanted to watch because there's also it didn't have like a 90th minute miss, which was like it's harder to miss that than it is to shoot and to score it.
I'll tell you about that in a minute because that's funny. But this penalty. So Bogle started for the because he's just come back from an injury because Struijk is injured. So we had Bogle, Rodon, and Bonau, who also came back in. And I thought they did okay actually, but the penalty. He's running away from goal, and Biol, 2 hands on his back, just pushes him. He's not even going anywhere. And then sort of the ref and everybody in the ground just sort of went, what? Even the commentators were sort of like, I don't believe what I've just seen. He literally just put 2 hands on his back and just pushed him over. And you're going, what's the... So that was 2-2, and you're going, oh my God, this is going to get bad. And I was sending messages to my mate, sort of going, this is really bad. It could get Arsenal-like. We did in the second half what we should have done in the first half. He switched something slightly. I'm not 100% sure what it is. He went back to a little bit more of a back four, and Justin went bombed on a little bit with Bogle. But Bogle was, for me, the best player on the pitch in the second half. He was just unbelievable. He drove at the defence and caught a loose ball and then took it through and got taken down for a penalty. I think it was a penalty. It might be a bit soft, but he's running through at such pace and he does get caught. It's a penalty. Nemecha steps up and we're thinking, oh, Calvert-Lewin's not on the pitch. I'm not confident. What a confident penalty that was. Sent him the wrong way, stuck it in with power. Really good. Similar thing again. Bogle goes through. There's a suggestion of a handball. It sort of pops up onto his thigh and his arm. His arm's by his side. And I wouldn't have been surprised if that was given, but it wasn't given. And then they have a couple of chances to clear it. So there's another phase of play before the ball sort of gets knocked from the goalkeeper and Okafor puts it into an empty net. Now, at the time, I'm going, I think that might be overruled. Now, VAR looked at it and said because it wasn't directly involved in the goal, there was another phase of play after they had control of the ball, more or less. That was the argument. So that happened, then they had control of the ball, lost it, and we scored. So they allowed it to stand, which I'm glad they did. But anyway, Leonard, afterward, he's absolutely spewing. If it's a handball, it's a handball. I mean, he's not moaning about the fact that they were diving fuckers who were getting, free kicks. I mentioned this already, yellow cards, etc. He wasn't bothered about that, but he's absolutely spewing. He's the new Frank Lampard. Nothing's his fault. He wasn't talking about the fact that his team capitulated 2-0 up at home. He was talking about how one handball meant they lost the game. But let me get on to why they lost the game. If you haven't seen it, look at the Cole Palmer miss. I mean, it is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He's less than 2 yards out, right in front of goal. Nobody in front of him. All he has to do is put it in the net, and he skies it. It's like, even a couple of our players are like that.
At finding space, I think him and Haaland are very, very similar. Like just drifting in and just finding themselves in a pocket. Amazing stuff. Yeah. But I've seen him a couple of times do that and sky him.
Oh, honestly, you've got to see it. It is the miss of the century. It will be played again and again. I mean, just unbelievable. Yeah. But it was 2-2 in the end. Nice Desmond.
Danny Baker's 101 football misses VHS. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm happy with that. And obviously then turned over. Still thought it was going to be, you were going to claw some back. But they scored in injury time. So it's as it was, apart from the fact that Spurs lost to Newcastle. And so there we go above them by a point. And I think they're, 4 points behind in front of you?
Yeah. I mean, 5 if you count our goal difference, because that's a shocker.
Sure.
But yeah. They are within touching distance, and I would like to touch them quite a lot.
But not in a sort of Epstein way.
No.
No.
Definitely not. No, I mean, Tottenham are obviously over 18, which is fair.
Correct.
But I still wouldn't. Fair enough. I wouldn't with a barge pole.
No.
Just claw over them. Claw over them in a survival environment. This has gone weird. Yeah.
It has, hasn't it? It has. Let's not bother with a minute.
The only thing, I couldn't think of a question other than, like, who's going to be a goal scorer if Calvert-Lewin breaks his leg.
Oh, well, Nemecha. Well, to be fair, we've scored... he's only scored 1 in the last 5 goals that we've scored. So...
Yeah. It's, if you can start getting goals from your midfield and those around you, that's...
I tell you what I'm panicking about. It's not DCL. I think I'm panicking about Ampadu, about somebody coming in for him, which I think they will. Also, now Bogle. I mean, Bogle is proving to be... I cannot imagine that Thomas Tuchel isn't looking at him. Yeah. I just can't... I mean, as an attacking right-back, I don't see that many people better than him.
Even as an option, of a change of system on the bench, just to be there and go, do you know what? I need something down the right hand side. Cool, right? Let's switch about. Let's do blah blah blah. Bosh, yeah,
totally.
Why not?
I'm not saying he starts for England, but he must be on his radar. Has to be.
Yeah.
I'm making the assumption that Bogle is English, of course. I mean, I've made a fool of myself if he isn't. It was like that. I don't know whether you ever heard it, but I think it was Talk Sports. So somebody rang up about a goalkeeper, and it was a Scottish guy, and he said, the goalkeeper situation's rubbish, and he said we need so and so, and I can't remember what goalkeeper it was, and the guy on the radio presenter went, he's Finnish, and he went, he's not finished. He's only 26. He went, no, he's Finnish. Oh, is he? I may have just done that same thing. Who knows? Yeah, love it.
What's your stinker?
What's my stinker? My stinker's got to be all for that. It's either that or Cole Palmer. I mean, both things. I mean, the two hand. I mean, literally, it wasn't just sort of a nudge. It was two hands on his back and a push. And of course, he made the most of it. He sort of dived over, but it's a penalty. But then Cole Palmer, oh my God. And of course, Leonard Rossiter afterwards getting angry. He even said, he went, oh, well, now you've told me that it was handball.
Miss Jones.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Jones. Oh, now I am angry. Oh.
Go take your clothes off and go for a swim. There we go.
Oh, yeah, because he did the Reginald Perrin thing, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only two references I have.
Crystal Palace are 1-0 up, by the way. Burnley, yeah. I think depends on Spurs now. I think Crystal Palace might just might have panicked and got themselves out of it, but we'll see.
Yeah, Strand Larsen seems like if they stay up, that'll be money well spent.
Yeah, decent signing that. Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
We'd have had him. We just didn't want to pay that much.
Yeah, same. I think we bid 40, and they went no, and we went cool.
Right. Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, do all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like, subscribe. Somebody explained to me what them hollers are, and I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
But if you've got a holler, give one of them.
Okay. And also, if anybody got any suggestions for Leonard Rossiter dressed as a football coach doing stuff, let us know.
Or what other 70s and 80s sitcom stars would look like current managers? You know, is there like a David Moyes lookalike from... Is it Sid James? Is David Moyes Sid James?
Could be. I'll have a think about it.
Yeah.
Could be. We'll come up with a few.
Yeah, we'll see. Leave some... The four of you who watch this, comment who you think.
Yeah, leave us a comment and I'll work out how to read those comments.
Yeah. Cool. Right then.
All right. Right.
Adios.
In a bit.